the daughter who covered college for everyone. In the bustling town of Elmwood, nestled between rolling hills and a winding river, lived the Ramirez family. Maria Ramirez, the matriarch, had immigrated from Mexico decades ago with dreams of a better life for her children. She worked tirelessly as a seamstress, mending clothes for the wealthy while her husband, Carlos, labored in the local factory. They had 3 children: Sofia, the eldest at 18, Miguel, 16, and little Anna, just 10. The family scraped by, but college? That was a distant fantasy, whispered about in late-night conversations, but never pursued. Sofia was the spark in their home. With her dark curls and piercing brown eyes, she carried the weight of her parents' hopes. From a young age, she excelled in school, devouring books from the public library and tinkering with gadgets in the garage. "One day, I'll make sure we all get what we deserve," she'd say, her voice steady like the river that cut through town. But as high school graduation approached, reality hit hard. Scholarships were competitive, and the family's savings were non-existent. Sofia applied to every program she could find, but rejections piled up like autumn leaves. One crisp fall evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, Sofia sat at the kitchen table, staring at yet another denial letter from State University. "It's not fair," she muttered. Maria, stirring a pot of pozole, placed a hand on her shoulder. "Mija, life isn't fair, but you keep fighting." Carlos nodded from his armchair, his hands calloused from years of assembly line work. Miguel, eavesdropping from the hallway, felt a pang of guilt. He dreamed of engineering school, but how could he ask when Sofia couldn't even go? That night, Sofia couldn't sleep. She wandered into the garage, where old electronics gathered dust. Among them was her father's broken laptop, a relic from his night classes years ago. She booted it up on a whim, and as the screen flickered to life, an idea sparked. What if she could create something to help families like hers, not just afford college, but make education accessible for everyone in Elmwood? The next day, Sofia skipped lunch to visit the library. She researched crowdfunding, apps, and educational tech. There's got to be a way, she thought. Inspired by stories of young inventors, she sketched a plan for an app called EduFund, a platform where students could crowdfund tuition through micro-donations, skill sharing, and community challenges. Users could teach online classes, sell handmade goods, or participate in virtual marathons, with proceeds going towards scholarships. But ideas were cheap. Execution was everything. Sofia needed funding to build it. She entered a local innovation contest sponsored by Elmwood Tech Hub, a small incubator run by eccentric millionaire Mr. Harlan. The prize? $10,000 and mentorship. With Miguel's help, she built a prototype using free software and recycled parts. Anna, ever the artist, designed the logo, a tree with roots in books and branches reaching for stars. The contest day arrived like a storm. Sofia stood before judges in the town hall, her heart pounding. EduFund isn't just an app, it's a community lifeline. In Elmwood, 40% of kids don't go to college because of cost. This changes that. The judges murmured. Mr. Harlan, with his bushy beard and twinkling eyes, leaned forward. Ambitious, but can one girl pull it off? Sofia won. The $10,000 felt like a fortune. She quit her part-time job at the diner and dove in. Nights blurred into days as she coded, tested, and iterated. Miguel handled beta testing, recruiting classmates. Anna spread the word through school posters. Maria and Carlos watched proudly, though worry lines etched deeper. Sofia was delaying her own college plans. Launch day came in spring. EduFund went live on app stores. At first, downloads trickled, 50, then 100. Sofia promoted it on social media, sharing her story. "I'm the daughter who couldn't afford college. Now, let's cover it for everyone." A local news outlet picked it up, and suddenly, users flooded in. A high school senior raised $5,000 teaching guitar online. A single mom funded nursing school by selling baked goods through the app. But success brought shadows. competitors emerged, big tech firms with glossy apps. Sofia faced glitches, server crashes, and trolls accusing her of scamming. Worse, her family struggled. Carlos's factory laid off workers, including him. Bills mounted. Maybe sell the app, Maria suggested one tense dinner. Sofia shook her head. This is for us, for everyone. Determined, Sofia sought investors. She pitched at a regional startup fair where she met Lena Chen, a venture capitalist with a soft spot for underdogs. Your story resonates, but scale it nationally. With $100,000 investment, EduFund expanded. Features added, AI matching for scholarships, virtual mentorship, even partnerships with colleges for fee waivers. As users grew to thousands, stories poured in. A boy from rural Texas funded veterinary school. A girl in New York covered art classes. Sofia's inbox overflowed with thanks. "You covered college for me," one read. She smiled, but exhaustion crept in. College for herself? Still on hold. Then came the crisis. A data breach exposed user info. Hackers, jealous rivals perhaps, demanded ransom. Sofia's world crumbled. Media headlines screamed, "EduFund fiasco." Users fled. Investors panicked. At home, Carlos found temp work, but tension simmered. "This dream is costing us," he said. Sofia locked herself in the garage, fixing the breach with help from online forums. She issued apologies, enhanced security. "We rise together," she messaged users. Slowly, trust returned. The incident made EduFund stronger. Transparency became its hallmark. By summer, EduFund hit 1 million downloads. Corporations sponsored challenges, celebrities endorsed it. Sofia's family stabilized. Carlos started a small repair business funded through the app. Miguel got a scholarship to engineering school. Anna dreamed big. But Sofia? She applied to college at last, using her own app to crowdfund. The daughter who covered college for everyone, the acceptance letter joked. As she packed for dorms, Elmwood threw a parade. "You've changed us," Mr. Harlan said. Years later, Sofia graduated top of her class, EduFund a global force. She returned to Elmwood, founding a nonprofit arm. "Education for all," she declared, and in quiet moments, she remembered, one girl's spark could light the world.